Welcome, TikTok. Time to rock to a
Yeah.
midweek bro down.
Hey, Andrew. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Good to
Good to
see
see
you.
you too, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. These bro downs are pretty fun when we do them because they're unscripted and, just have a bit of fun. So,
Yeah. To be fair though, let's tell the folks though. We thought about doing a midweek show a couple of weeks ago, didn't we?
yeah.
When Philip dropped his first single, but we bumped that for the Beatles, didn't we?
Yeah. We went all hardcore on Now and Then, the new Beatles release. I've got to say, it's a pretty brave thing to be releasing singles when the Beatles are releasing a new song.
Uh, oh,
But yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure Philip would understand that we had to discuss the Now and Then topic. So, um, but yeah, so we were planning to do this again at some point, which is now Philip's dropped another single, so it's great,
yeah.
fantastic.
Well, I'm keen to sort of have a chat with you about that because we discovered, folks, if you're not aware of it, Brad and I are big Philip Sayce fans,
Mm,
and that love of the music that Philip continued in his career and the tradition that it goes back to, obviously made those connections between Brad and I and a lot of people in the chat, the Rock Professor. And it sort of touched base, didn't it, too, bro? Because we've done a couple of Philip Sayce ranking the track shows, bro.
we sure have, and look, I think Andrew, actually, I think we may have even connected through a Philip Sayce Instagram live. I think that
Yeah,
might have been how
yeah,
we actually connected. So I've been doing this
yeah.
for how long? And it's all through Philip Sayce. So only good things come out of Philip Sayce releasing music.
Oh well, look, again, folks, give us your opinions too on what you think of Philip, and hopefully you've listened to the two singles that he's released. But the great thing about Philip, and is he's managed one of the few guitarists and songwriters and musicians to mingle all the good things that we like in this history of rock and roll and blues rock, but reinvent it in his own style, bro.
100%. I think he's got, you can hear the influences there. You can hear the love for his heroes come through and they shine through. But I think he's got a very unique and individual style. I mean, I've tried playing like Philip Sayce, and I can't. I don't know anyone who can. But that's the wonderful thing about music and guitar players in particular is every guitarist has got their own voice, and I think Philip is, you know, off a little bit to, how can I say this? It's like he's sent from outer space and he's doing his thing, and we're all able to be part of it, which is great.
He's
It's
down
like
to earth too. He's down to earth
very,
as a musician, isn't he?
yeah. I think he's a very humble gentleman, and that's what's even better. It makes you like him even more because he's such a lovely gentleman. So, and yeah, I mean, look, what can I say? When his new single his first single that he released this year called "Oh That Bitch's Brew," um, it just it grabbed me. I was like, wow! And I guess for lack of better ways of putting, it, I'm a Philip Sayce fan, but I know the guy through social media and through the Together platform that I've had the pleasure of being able to chat to him online and things like that, which is great. And we've formed a friendship, and obviously during, as you know, Andrew, during my health issues, we became pretty close because he was messaging me back and forwards, and with well wishes and warm thoughts and a little bit of inspiration. As were a number of people that it shocked me that people reached out, and I thought it was lovely. And but yeah, when I heard "Oh That Bitch's Brew," getting back to what I was trying to say is I just heard the music that I love, like everything encapsulated in one song. It's a little bit heavier. It's got a little bit of rawness to it. It's gritty. Um, it's got that full edge Philip Sayce thing on the Stratocaster. But I don't know. I haven't asked him, but I can hear. I think he's using his SG in there as well, Little Devil. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask him, but I'm hearing a little bit of a spanky sort of SG tone in there as well as a Strat. So possibly. But yeah, for anyone who hasn't listened to Oh That Bitch's Brew, I encourage you to go across and on Spotify, on any streaming platform, or on YouTube. His clips up there. You can go and have a listen. And my goodness, and he's just dropped another single very quickly, "Lady Love Divine," and it's another spin on music I love. It's got that whole funky element in there, Andrew, and um, I, I like both of them equally as much. I think Oh That Britches Brew hit me because I'm trying to write music as well, and I'm like, damn, he's come up with something that's like exactly what I'd love to be doing. So it was fantastic to hear. What do
I,
you?
I, I think I think I think the great thing with these couple of singles is that we're going to be in for a treat of a great album. And
Mm,
one of the key things that we've linked into when we've done a couple of his albums in the past is that he loves to do contrasts too. So,
yes.
but I just want to pick up on a point that our dear friend John ZD351 made in the comments. And soon Brad's going to do a shout out to you fine folks, so just don't run away. About Philip's guitar style. What I love about Philip, bro,
Mm.
and even on his Instagram posts when he sits up on his Instagram and he plays, man, he gives that full tilt. He smashes that guitar, and I love that. He thumps it, doesn't he?
He gives it a good spanking, that's for sure. Yeah, he digs right in and he plays from the heart. And
Oh,
whether it's just sitting there on a stool in his home, or whether it's on stage, he gives the same spirit and intensity behind everything he's doing, Andrew. And I love that because that's hard. If people don't understand, think you can just pick up a guitar and start playing and playing to that intensity, but it takes a little bit of getting in the zone for me to even get halfway there, sort of thing, is where Philip is, and
ta-
he just does it. It's just unbelievable.
I, again, folks, so Barrett's hit the nail on the head there. It takes a while to even get close to that kind of intensity. That's not faking. You can't fake that kind of when you pick up your Strat or your Les Paul or whatever you've got, your acoustic guitar, you sort of strum away and do your standard normal riffs, bro, and then you sort of work into it. But, you know, Philip certainly has that depth of soul and it comes through. And he's authentic. He's the real deal. And, I think that's one of the reasons why he's been, successful.
100%. I think over the years he's forged forward, and through all the trials and tribulations of the music industry, he keeps striving forward, and it's a wonderful inspiration for you know musicians around the world to keep pushing regardless of how often this and how disappointing the industry can be, and he just rises above it. Interesting, his last album is called Spirit Rising,
Yep.
and this album that he's going to be releasing is called The Wolves Are Coming. So
Yeah.
there's a bit of attitude behind this one. I think I'm looking forward to hearing it, Andrew. I can't wait to get our rankings around that album when it comes out.
And so Brad's hit the nail on the head again, folks. And you're going to be privy to some online planning right now that Brad and I are doing right now because we've not discussed this.
Mm.
We'll probably do a ranking of that album a week after it comes out. We're going to be hot. We'll listen to that album for a week, and
Yeah.
whatever show we've got, we'll bump it, and because we're contemporary on this channel, bro.
Yeah, we've been contemporary the last few weeks. It's been fantastic.
So give us a week anyway. You got it. I think to give any album, to be fair,
Yeah.
after doing this with you and the Rock Professor for a while, I think the minimum's got to be 5 to 6 days before you can sort of, I think,
Yeah.
talk reasonably good about something?
100%. You got to give it a bit of time to sink in and grit your teeth into the damn thing. But no, it's exciting. It's very exciting at the moment. Music seems to be the music world seems to be still thriving forward. New music coming out inspires me as well. And Andrew, we've discussed this in the past. For myself, even when Philip Sayce released Spirit Rising, it was the last little push I needed to get my stuff out there. And I thought, well, I'm going to do this. So, it's great to have people that you look up to, and they lift you and they push you to become the best version of yourself. So looking forward to hearing this album. It probably inspire me and kick me in the ass and get me doing something again. So yeah.
Right. I've got a couple of other things I want to throw at Brad.
Yep.
Folks. So hang on.
Yeah.
John ZD351 made a comment about Philip. Yes, Philip did say that he was going to come on. He's spoken to Brad a couple of times, but because he's touring and has been touring, that has been the priority, and we understand that. And again, we're all family and friends here. We don't want to be harassing people by, that's not what we do. And Brad's in contact with Philip anyway, and we know he is because something else happened.
Yeah.
You might want to tell the folks, bro.
Well, firstly, I'll just say, look, that's the thing. We're not, we've invited Philip. He's got an open invitation, so whenever he's ready, he can come on. And I know he wants to. So let's just, he's got work to do. He's got an album to push out there. But if he can come on out, and I'm sure our community, of nearly 10,000 viewers now, Andrew, will embrace Philip Sayce like every other artist we talk about on here.
Sure.
So looking forward to having you on, Philip, if you do get to watch this. But yeah, he was running a contest, Andrew, on his Instagram page for his first single off his latest album called "Oh That Bitch's Brew." And like I said, the riff just smacked me around like a ton of bricks. It was unreal. I thought, oh, I love this. And I don't know, I was just mucking around with it. I just started jamming along with it. I wasn't going to actually post a video this time. I thought, no, I'm just learning the song. I actually want to cover it. I start gigging next year with my trio, my solo stuff. And I thought I'll start learning it, and I just started filming it. And I don't know, I was just playing my Les Paul, and I thought, oh, this is fun. It sounds great on the Les Paul as well. Everyone else is posting clips of them using a Strat. And I thought, I'm going to do something a bit different, just, give it a little bit of Brad Cookness to it, and yeah, I entered and tagged it in, and I was one of the 5 winners of the contest. So I get the Wolves Are Coming t-shirt, which I'll be wearing with pride, as I do when I wear this one here, this t-shirt. I bought this one a while ago when I became a fan. So yeah, support the artist. That's what I say. Support the artist, and that's what I love about our channel, Andrew. We can, we've got enough followers now to get people on and start really helping getting some exposure if they haven't already got it with our listeners. So.
Well, congratulations, bro, and well done, and well deserved on you doing that and giving it your unique twist. But you're right, if we could help on this channel in any way promote any artist, whether it's someone in the caliber and the category of Philip, obviously it'd be an honour and a privilege, not only for us here, but I'm sure for our friends in the chat too. To have someone of that caliber on. But even if Ryan Hall or John or Nelson was just producing something at home on their home studio and wanted to talk about something they're working on, we'd have them on the channel too, bro. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. That's the beauty of what we're doing here. We want to, everyone's got a voice. Everyone, they're doing music and they they want to promote it, we're more than happy to have them on and have a good discussion about what they're up to and support in any way, shape, or form we can.
Yeah, fantastic. Bro, I got to say one other thing to you too. I've got to do a shout out. Our Led Zeppelin show, folks, that we did less than a week ago is just under 1,000 views. You know, we don't do these shows for views, but we do kinda, because when we do a show that hits the nerve with people and generates, a bit of attention, we kind of think, well, yeah, we're on the right track. We're doing, besides doing the stuff that we want to do ourselves, we're kind of sharing stuff with other people that seems to be hitting a bigger target, bro. So clearly, you picking Led Zeppelin albums is doing that.
Well, Andrew, how much of an influence Led Zeppelin are to me as a musician. And what can I say? I love doing Zeppelin albums because I get the opportunity to talk all about every aspect of Led Zeppelin that I love. It's like when we do the Beatles, the same thing. Any post-Beatles stuff we've done as well, when we've done George Harrison albums. And I was just thinking about it the other day. There's a ton of Lennon stuff we haven't done. There's a ton of McCartney stuff we haven't done. There's a ton of Harrison stuff. There's Ringo. There's Robert Plant. There's all this. So when people say, "Oh, you're going to run out of albums eventually," I don't think we ever are, mate, because we're always going to have something to talk about with our Euros.
Good point. Good point, bro, because I was talking to one of my work colleagues. He knows what we do here, and he doesn't participate on the live chat with us because when we go live here, it's in the evening, and he's at church, so in the evening, so that's fine.
Church comes first, mate.
God
first.
yeah. But he watches our shows, during the week and makes some comments about it. But he said he was watching one show that we were doing, and we mentioned the Travelling Wilburys.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, the fact that you guys love Tom Petty, because he saw the Tom Petty show, and George Harrison, I'm amazed that you guys haven't done the Travelling Wilburys. And I said, mate, that's down on the list.
Just so everyone knows, our list is endless, and it keeps getting bumped for other things. And when a contemporary album comes out, that we don't normally do contemporary stuff, but when it does, we have to jump on the bandwagon and get onto it because, of course, we're going to do it great. And there's an endless list of music that we're going to be doing.
But no, you're right. You're right there, bro. We haven't given John Lennon the attention that that he, the Plastic Ono Band's not a bad album. We could do that. We haven't done a Dirty Mac. The couple of songs that he did with Keith Richards and Eric Clapton. That's worth doing a show on.
Yeah. There's a ton of stuff, but then. What we're talking about, doing all these other stuff that we love so much, and then there's artists like Philip Sayce releasing stuff that we sink our teeth into just as equally. So it's wonderful to be able to, when a new album comes out, to sink our teeth into that. So everyone that watches the channel probably understands that we have to do a new album when it comes out and bump everything else. That's what it is.
Well, yeah, and so I just want to let the folks know. Brad and I just mentioned this briefly together in the green room before we went live. So another young cat at the time, 25, 26, 27 years ago, responsible for continuing and carrying on this music that we love, is coming out with an album in 3 days' time. Kenny Wayne Shepherd is, dropping an album. So, we look forward to listening to that. He dropped an album 3 years ago. He's pretty prolific. He's a bit like Joe Bonamassa, bro. He's dropping albums left, right, and centre. But we haven't done a Kenny Wayne Shepherd album, nor a Bonamassa album, bro.
No, I was just thinking about that last week. I put on one of his albums the other day just to hear, some remarkable Les Paul playing, and I was like, my goodness, um, you can't go past Bonamass's playing, and um, you know, equally all these artists that we're talking about are keeping the blues alive. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Art
Fantastic.
Menenzies has got a new EP out,
Oh
so
yes.
we're going to get Art back on and talk about that.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
we got a lot of stuff we're doing here to support the blues, support the blues, guys, blues rock. Yeah.
Well, I love it, and I think it's one of the great things that blues rock
Mm.
inspires people today. It's the same thing that inspired people, 50, 60, 70 years ago. It's a music form that talks about ordinary, everyday life, and I personally I can connect with that.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Hey, Andrew, just before I forget, I want to I want to drop basically Philip Sayce's, website and things like that. So if you can share them in the details of this later on, but it's philipsayce.com if you want to go to his website, and it'll direct you there to his tours, because we want to support his tours, because we all know musicians need to make money and they make it from touring. We know Simon Williams, our rock professor, is going to one of his shows in the UK. I think it's in the next week or two, isn't it,
Yeah,
Andrew? I can't remember.
yeah, yeah.
So I haven't looked at the tour dates there.
No, I'll
But yeah,
definitely do that. If you're watching on a
yeah,
replay, we'll have all those links, and we'll have
yeah,
Brad's social media links too, and
yeah. Well,
attached to this video. But you're right; it's an important part of what these musicians are doing now since that global thing, and that's one of the
mm,
reasons. If you follow Philip, when he released information or the news about the T-shirts, he said, "Look, I'm going to be doing it in the next couple of weeks because he's getting ready for a tour."
yeah. Well, the wonderful thing on Philip Sayce's website is he's got some packs there for his new album, so you can pre-order. So you can get an
Wow.
LP pack. You can get. So I'm just looking at his website now. So there's the CD. There's a vinyl you can get. You can get a bundle pack, which looks amazing. Looks fantastic. The Wolves Are Coming T-shirt. It's a great looking T-shirt too. Um, so yeah, and there's a signed vinyl LP that you can order as well, pre-signed CD. So if you listen to his stuff and you get into it, please support these artists. It's very important. We spoke about this on the Now and Then episode we did, Andrew, for the Beatles, that you know having a hard copy of stuff is just as important, in my opinion, as listening to streaming. Streaming's convenient, but if you support an artist, go buy their stuff. That's how I see it, anyway. So, um, I think I'd love to get my hands on a bundle. I'm definitely going to buy the signed CD. Actually, have I showed off my signed Philip Sayce stuff that I bought
You
from his
you
website?
you have, and you can show us again. But I've got his website on here on and if you just give me
Yeah,
a second, bro. So
yeah,
you're right. So it's got the menu here. It's got all his socials.
yeah,
So this here is the album cover, bro.
yeah. Well, it's uh, the album cover, yeah, down that bottom right corner. Yep. But if you go to the store, there's bundles that you can buy. So I'm going to probably pre-order some stuff probably later tonight or this week at least.
Let me have a look, bro. Let's have a look
Yeah,
at his website while we're here.
great website too. Whoever's done
Oh,
it's done
bro.
a great job.
Oh, he's got Little Devil.
Yeah, I think
Ah.
I'm going to ask him. I'm going to say on Oh That Bitch's Brew, did you use Little Devil on there as well? Sounds like it's on there, in my opinion. It's a bit
The wolves
nasty.
are coming.
Yeah. It's got a bit of excitement at the title too. The Wolves are coming. It's like, oh, what are we in for? We're in for, we're in for something special.
You're right, bro. He's got an out. So this is the tour. So let's just have a look here.
Yeah, which one was it Simon's going to?
Oh
I'd
shit.
love I'd love Simon to get the opportunity to say hello to him. I think that would be great.
Well, Simon just needs to go and say, "Look, I'm on location for the 5150 show," and they'll just
Yeah.
open the doors to him. There it is, Bristol, the 19th.
Yeah, the 19th, I think it was. So, well, like, so it's in the next couple of weeks. Simon's our rock professor. Simon Williams is going to watch Philip Sayce some. Like I said to Simon, not only has he had the opportunity to go and see Led Zeppelin and all these bands I'm very jealous about, he's going to watch Philip Sayce. I was actually so disappointed to hear when Philip Sayce was coming to Australia. I was so excited. I hope at some point Australia can get its act together and get Philip over here. And just quietly, Andrew, I'm going to push for an opening slot. I'll see if Philip will let me open. Yeah.
You got your stuff there. Show it off,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Oh, hang on 2 seconds. I've got well, I've got a Scorched Earth cover. Oh, well, the promo for it signed there. I don't know whether he knew he was signing for me, but yeah, I don't know if you can see it because it's in a frame. So I've got that on
Fantastic.
my wall for inspiration. In amongst all my other cool stuff, Hendrix, Zeppelin, stuff like that. And then I've just got my T-shirt design here because I love this album influence, and I've got that as well. I don't know if you can see it.
Wow.
That's just the album cover. I have those two side by side on my wall, usually over there, which is very cool.
I like that retro vibe that he has with his artwork, bro. I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we all borrow from each other. So, Andrew, I must admit, on my Time to Fly EP, I was pushing my art guy to look at other artists' stuff to get an idea and do something unique of my own. But Phillips was one of the ones I said, "Can you have a look at Philip Sayce's stuff and you know draw an influence?" I'll say one of his album titles and see if you can come up with something that's uniquely mine, which has happened. But yeah, it's very cool. I love the design. But the Wolves coming. The Wolves are coming. I think he's going to release one or two more singles, from what I understand, and then the
Has there
album will
been a
be.
date? Has there been an official date announced when it's?
If he has, I apologise. I don't know it, but I think, like I said, I think he's got two more singles coming out, Andrew, and then the album will come out.
Like, I haven't heard. And if you haven't heard, it hasn't been released.
Yeah, well, it definitely is not out yet. It's not out yet, but it's coming. 2024, I think. Let's say that.
Okay.
The year of Philip Sayce is going to take over all those giants and become, you know, the next blues rock extraordinaire. Not that he isn't already, but he's going to start raking it. I keep saying to him, I wish him, you know, all the stuff and lots of success and wealth and everything in abundance because I think he well and truly deserves it.
Well, it's the same story, isn't it, bro? You've got a tour, and if you listen to anybody, if you follow any musicians on social media, they'll tell you that touring is the key. Getting that contact with people in a venue is always the key. You can
Yeah,
build, if you just want to be half naked and just play guitars along to backing tracks for views, well, that's fine. Or if you want to be this guitar whiz kid and have 400,000 followers, that's fine. But guys like Philip, they're
yeah.
not interested in that, are they? They're
Well,
classic musicians. Yeah.
Philip's a real deal, in my opinion, because he's an amazing singer. He's an amazing guitar player. He's, and he writes great songs. Um, releases great material. He's got a great, he's played with Jeff Healey, he's played with Melissa Etheridge, he's had, and those musicians in those bands he were playing with wouldn't have been slouches. I mean, they're all top-notch musicians as well, Andrew. So that's like schooling, that's learning the school of rock. He's been there, done it. So
When he was with Melissa Etheridge, they toured non-stop for about 3 years.
yeah, and
It was
the rhythm
non-stop, bro.
section, became, what helped him record his first record from that band. So yeah. Melissa Etheridge's band. But we'd love to get Philip on and talk about all this sort of stuff. But more importantly, I'd love to just talk about his tours, how they're going, what is, the highlights for him, the things he's really enjoyed, the music, how we come about some of these songs. Hopefully we can, when we hear actually I've just seen on his Instagram, the Wolves Are Coming album out 23rd of the 2nd, 24. So 23rd of February, 24.
Okay, so we'll lock the weekend after that with the ranking.
Yeah, that's a nice birthday present for me. My birthday's on the 12th of February, so I'll wait and celebrate it on the 23rd.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that information. But we certainly look forward to it. We got Holly in the chat, bro. Do you want to do a shout out? And I think
I'll do a shout out.
I think that's our show, bro.
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up. It's been great catch up and chat.
See what happens when the rock professor's not here. See what happens when
What are you trying to say? Waffles? Or what are you trying to say? No, see, the rock professor, he's schooling us, and he just likes to instill his wisdom and knowledge onto us. And it just takes longer than us, Andrew. However, I must admit, I did waffle a lot in the last show about Led Zeppelin. So I apologize to everyone. I just can't help myself when I'm talking about a band like that. So, okay, so the chat, we've had a few people in here, so it's been great to see you guys. We've got Ellen Toll. That's my mother, Ellen. So thank you, Mum, for joining us. Ryan Hall. We have got John ZD351. I'm going to go through and read some of these messages in a minute. Nelson Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us. Johnny Heartbreaker. It's been good to see you back in the chat. We have there's a few others here. We've got a fair few people watching, but not everyone's in the chat today, which is that's the thing too, Andrew. Let's just say it like this: when we do these bro downs, like we do on a Wednesday here in Australia and New Zealand, there's not many people that are subscribed to us that are actually online at this particular time because of the time differences. Holly Lewis, thank you for joining us, Holly. I'm sure she can probably say what her time is wherever she is. Probably very late. Would that be right, Andrew? Very late at night for Holly?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, yeah. But we do get a lot of views from these too, Andrew, even though there's, that's great later.
If you guys watching can do us a favour, I've just put a link in there of that of the Led Zeppelin show that we did. If you can follow that link and just make a comment. We've got a few comments on there by some people that have watched it, but if you can help by making some comments on the videos as well, just something like hi even, that's going to help with the channel, because I think that shows just under 1,000 views. So, and we appreciate the people from the Led Zeppelin Facebook groups that do jump over and watch. But yeah, if you disagree with anything that we say or any of our rankings on the shows, let us know.
Yeah.
If you agree.
Nice. Be nice. Don't be nasty. Andrew, we don't get hate. We get a lot of love. Because everyone that watches and subscribes to our channel are full of love. You know?
We don't want a-holes. We don't want negativity. We have fun. We're a family, and I I say this again too. If you are watching, all subs get a sub back. We had 3 or 4 subs within the last 24 hours on the channel, so I go through regularly and sub back. It's an important part of what we do. We don't solicit subs. We always try and give back. So if you're trying to build anything that you've done, I'm going to attach Simon and Brad's social media links. So if you can go and find them on Instagram and on their YouTube channels, that's great.
Yeah.
There they are there.
Excellent. Thanks, Andrew.
And we're back. We're back in 4 days' time with the Rock Professor. He's leading the panel, bro. We're doing Dr. Feelgood.
Well, I worked overtime on the last one, so I'm going to sit back and do the last wrap up of every song this time.
Yeah. So the Rock Professor, I'm not familiar with the album, so I do look forward to hearing what the Rock Professor has to say. I'm familiar with a couple of the songs.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, I'm leading the show. We're going to be doing the album that came out a couple of years ago by Gary Moore.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
The blues album. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys.
All right, bro.
Thank you, everyone, for watching and joining us here in the chat. It's great and lovely. I'm going to go back and read a lot of these chats now. But it's funny because when it's just two of us, Andrew, it's hard to keep up with the chat. I don't know if you find it hard, but I do because,
Can't.
Anyway, if you're watching and you haven't already subscribed, please do and give us a thumbs up, guys, and comments. See you guys.
Thank you. We're out of here. See you Sunday.
Rock on.